We would be playing the Far East, we'd be playing South America, we'd be playing Asia, we would be playing, more shows than we are in Europe, more shows than we are going to be playing in America. So, I think we're all loaded enough without worrying about where the next million or two are coming from. No, I think it's true. I mean, we would be playing multiple dates in multiple stadiums, and we would be playing. The reason we put a cap on it is because we want to do this for us as much as anything else. So,
I think it also makes it seem more special. You know what I mean? The whole year tour that we used to do becomes something else. But just the 20 shows here and in America, it should feel more special, I think, for that reason.
Christiana at the back.
Christiane Riedmann of ARD in Germany, ARD Radio. I would like to know if you have a visual concept for your series of shows.
Visual concept. Well, we're still doing that, really. We've had meetings, we've had some thoughts on that area. But I mean, whatever we do, we kind of owe it to ourselves to try and make it look good. Because if we are playing some stadiums, there are people at the back that want to see things, So it's of course there'll be some kind of visual presentation. I mean, but bigger isn't necessarily better. So we're still umming and ahhing about that. We're talking about next June, so we've still got plenty of time. But we have started thinking about it.
Hello, guys. I'm Dave Ling from Classic Rock Magazine. Basically, I'm kind of a little bit surprised that Steve Hackett's name hasn't come up so far in this discussion, because he was very proactive, so I'm led to believe in the reunion. So what's the score with that?
There was two conversations. One was like the 5-piece with Peter and Steve doing something from that era, and the other was obviously the 3-piece, and the 3-piece comes with sort of Dower and Chester, really. Kind of strange to do.
Playing devil's advocate for a minute, is he upset he's not involved in this?
I think he would like to, certainly, if we're doing the same with Peter. I mean, he would always obviously be involved. But in terms of, there's a sort of era of the 4-piece, if you like. There's a very short period of time, and it's not really relevant, I think. We toured for years after that with Daryl as guitarist, and I think that's how we sort of see it. It would be a bit uncomfortable to sort of go back to kind of some hybrid kind of situation, I think.
Classic rock readers would hate me if I didn't ask you, are you perhaps planning to do Suppers Ready?
We're not planning to do Suppers Ready. We're not planning to. You asked, are we planning?
Next question. The gentleman in the orange jumper.
Mario Giammetti from Italy, Gem Magazine. I would like to know if there is any chance to perform any songs from Calling All Stations album.
No, because at the moment we've rehearsed a lot of music way too much already. We look forward to playing, really, and it wasn't filled anyway, which would seem strange. But I mean, our problem at the moment is we've got far too much material we want to play. So. That's what comes first, really, obviously. This girl, she's been going all the time, I think we should talk. Yeah. We can hear you.
Emma Pride from The Sun, congratulations. You were saying it took a while for your fingers to limber up again. So have you guys passed it?
What do you think?
Come and judge for yourself, when we play, I think is the answer to that. I mean, I've been playing quite a bit, in terms of my fingers. I mean, I did a sort of classical project 3 or 4 years ago, which required quite a lot of playing, so I can do it, but it's just getting back to playing that kind of music and those kind of, it's just those parts again, really. It shouldn't be a problem, but who knows?
And there's quite a few bands at the moment, like All Saints, who've reformed. What's your take on bands like All Saints who've got back together again?
I'm afraid I didn't know they'd split up. I'm not.
Thank you.
You're asking the wrong person. I haven't really listened to very much since about 1968.
No.
So,
right, next question. Thanks, Tony. Gentleman here.
Alan here at the Waiting Room magazine. You mentioned, guys, that you're actually playing songs this time, so does that mean that we'll actually have complete songs rather than conflated medleys this time round?
Picky.
Sorry!
No, we are only too aware, I think, that you try to please everybody and you end up pleasing nobody sometimes. So, we used to put these medleys together because, so it referenced an era as well as anything else. And sometimes we realise that they kind of fall between two stools. They don't satisfy anybody because they're just little bits of songs. So we are addressing that problem, and the committee is meeting. We've have sorted that out, and we're doing more of them. Yeah, there'll be a couple.
Instrumental medleys, anyhow.
Caroline from The Guardian. Caroline, we need to do it because we're doing the webcast. Yeah.
Caroline Sullivan, The Guardian. Phil, a couple of years ago there was a rather surprising hip-hop tribute album released by a load of American hip-hoppers and R&B acts, a tribute to you, obviously. Yeah, very good. Now, hip-hop artists have a very big tradition of appearing on stage at each other's concerts. So when you tour America, do you think that 50 Cent or The Game might be doing a guest appearance with you?
Well, yeah. If they can play drums and sing, they can certainly take my place. But no, actually, we're much hipper than people think. There's a sort of a different, there's a kind of a bit of a rebirth in interest amongst other bands and sampling stuff and I mean one track, Ladder Confusion by Disturbed comes to mind. It was kind of a pretty big hit in the States, and it's if you actually talk to people, musicians, there's quite a lot of respect for bands like us, and I doubt if they'll come on stage with us because we're not really that kind of band. I mean, it's not like we're going to do a 12-bar and everybody can come on and sing along, but it's very flattering, I've got to say. I mean, I was very flattered, but. Well, they have been, yeah. They have been, of my songs, and there's also been of That's All. There was a track called That's All, which was, I played the guys the other day, because I kind of keep an eye open for all this stuff as it comes, and I grab a copy and I played them That's All, and it was illuminating, it's great. And it just means that we're not stuck in the 80s, as some people tend to think of us as being. I think there's a certain, people go back and revisit that stuff, and they bring it into this day and age. So I mean, I think it's great. It's very flattering to be looked at slightly differently from another area of music. Can
we have one last question, please, gentleman in the front?
Yeah, Mattia Bagnoli from AP Italy. Just a question about the last show in Rome. I understood it is only, the only show out of a stadium, and so in a square public show. And are you preparing something special for that occasion?
Well, hopefully the event itself will be special. I mean, I'm sure if we have to sort of gauge up, obviously if it's a lot of people, then obviously there's going to be some changes that we're going to make sure that it works if it's going to be that big to that many people. But we're kind of, it's a little bit early to sort of get specifics on that. I mean, we're just, I think it's going to be a fantastic opportunity to play to an awful lot of crazy Italians. Perfect.
Okay, well, that's it. Thank you very much for coming, everyone. Bye-bye.